Welcome in, everybody. My name is Josh. It's the Gaming Joy channel, and we are getting back into roadcraft. We're gonna have some fun, and we're actually gonna jump into a new map. Super exciting! Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, I'm Otto Hossman. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being here. We're gonna check out Sandswept. It's weird because Sandswept is actually part of the demo, so we're kind of jumping back into the demo a little bit. So we'll see how much overlap there is. I really don't know. What are we going to pick? What are we going to pick? We're going to pick the links, I think, for now, and see what happens. How's it going, everybody? Thanks for being here. Sorry about not missing the stream on Tuesday. I was dealing with some school stuff. For my child, school starts in a couple days, so we were doing a school walkthrough and getting our schedules and all that kind of stuff. So busy day. Oh, cool! There's a solar panel array. Missed opportunity to connect with Power Wash Simulator and to be able to power wash that thing, right? All right, well, let's figure out what this map's all about. Oh.
Damage may be even worse than that. So there are two places I'd like you to swing by and check out. The concrete plant and the repair shop. We really need equipment from the shop and concrete from the plant for a bridge across the river. After all, we're not getting any shipments until we reach the other side.
All right. Thanks, Kelly. Let's center, please. All right. This is our little links. Of course, the keyboard stuff still doesn't work. We have a shop. Bunch of stuff around here that I can recycle. Does the shop show up on my map yet is the question. Yes, this is the desert base. This is where we start. All right. Get to the concrete plant. Now, I think this get to the concrete plant thing is the same thing from the demo. I think this is actually from the demo, which is kind of cool. Oh, there's a oil thing down there. We're gonna have to go there eventually. The weird thing with this, the links, is it has this like army green color that most of the rest of my stuff does not. And this right here, this section right here is the mission we did in the demo for clearing this section of rocks and whatnot, and then being able to pave straight through here because we're gonna have to run trucks from the garage to the concrete plant. And then we're gonna have to clear out the concrete plant because there's a bunch of stuff blocking it. Or at least that's what the mission was in the demo. Whether they changed that or not is actually, I'm curious about. But that's where we started to like understand the mechanics of this game. And you know, I don't think the keyboard problems happen in the demo. I think that's only from this. Just kind of stupid. Oh, but this building wasn't there in the demo. Like, this entire building wasn't there, if I remember correctly. Bunch of stuff I can recycle. Cool. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for being here. And we'll, oh, here it is. New side objectives. Deliver stuff to the architectural quarry. Okay. This whole area needs to be cleared out. Oh, and those yellow pipes, those can be sold. Ooh. Probably should have gone the other way instead of trying to drive through those stuff. So I did unlock a new vehicle, or 2 new vehicles. One of the new vehicles I unlocked was the tracked crane. Boy, so it looks like a tank, but it's a crane. Out of my way, truck. Alright.
I've seen many a mess on this job, but this may just update the definition. Looks like my kid's room after a study session. I use the term study loosely. I guess it falls to you to play the parent and clean the plant yard. Then you need to build a road and use it to deliver the vital equipment. I'm sure you can handle it.
Yeah, I can handle it. So, this time they don't give us the equipment. Because last time they gave us like a couple things that spawned right here. And we use those to clear the yard. But now they don't give you the equipment. You have to figure it out yourself. And she didn't say anything about this, the road request. But this one has to be done too. Oh, it's the 4th task. So, since this is closer, I'm just going to do the road request closer. All right, let's get out our road work stuff. Let's get out a crane. I've actually been really liking this crane. Mainly because it's longer. But I'm going to go for the tried and true Zix. Deploy. We're going to need a roller. Deploy. We're going to need a plow. We need our truck. I love this thing for spreading sand. Personally, I think it's the best one. We need one of these things. No, we'll use the tracked one. I like that one better. Has a wider front end. Where is it? And I haven't used this yet. I bought it, but I haven't used it yet. All right, let's drive all that stuff over there. Can I just... And the weird thing is you can't use this thing for sand flattening, but you usually can use it to push boulders. So if I just want to push these boulders out of the way, it actually works really good for using sand flattening mode, because when you back up, it raises the blade. And then when you put the blade down, when you go forward again, it puts the blade down, which just makes moving rocks pretty easy. Let's move all this stuff out of the way. It would be cool if you could actually, like, pick up the rocks. I mean, you can, but it would be cool if you could recycle them into the concrete facility. I think that would be pretty cool. I mean, they gave them attachment points, so why not? Plus, all this stuff is in the way to get my crane up to the other place, so you gotta do it anyways. So it looks like on this map we're going to be getting sandstorms all the time instead of rain like the other maps. Yeah, I got that you need to clear out those zones. Perfect. All right, we got this. We got the road cleared, so I can bring the crane over and start the other stuff. The roadworks guys can stay here and get ready to do road work. It actually might be helpful to get the sand truck out here first and at least do the sand part of it, because then it'll be a smooth road. So I'm going to park this guy right here. And Go over here, grab somebody. Oh, look at that. It's the dump truck that I wanted. This is the actual vehicle that I wanted to bring with me. I actually kind of like the popcorn effect when you crash into pallets and stuff. It looks good. Okay. Go. Have fun. All right, let's get the crane. What is this? Why do I have an extra scout? It's kind of weird. Here's the roller. I really wish that they had separated out the pavement roller and the sand roller. So this guy's the pavement roller, but the other one with the tires on the back, that is technically a sand roller. And I really wish they'd separated those out, because I know it's not part of the automated step, but I would really like to, when I'm spreading sand, not try to have to completely level the sand with the plow. I would like to be able to run over it a couple times with the sand roller, because you'd want to smooth it out before you run pavement over it, and that to me makes sense. And it's a bummer that they didn't do that, because it would you know, that's the way it should work. Let's put this guy over here. Right now I'm just getting stuff out of my way. This guy. This guy. F. Clickety click. Okay. Escape. What's next? Here's the crane. One of the reasons I like this crane is the other crane over this one is it has a much wider platform. Like the anchors are much wider, which means that it just, because the platform is wider, it's much more stable, which is super cool, because the stable, when you're like craning things around, you don't want the crane to fall over. And I've definitely had this crane fall over multiple times. And there's our road. Move. You know, I've never tried. I just realized I've never tried this. Can I do this again? Can I get the AI to dump another load of sand? Because the AI dumps like perfect loads of sand. Oh, look at that. The AI is dumping a second load of sand. And not only that, it's dumping it to the side. Oh, no, it's not. It just looks like that from the map. It's dumping it exactly in the middle of the path. But that means it's dumping extra sand. So I could build a wider road, which is what I like to do personally. That's cool. I didn't know you could do that. And it's not actually dumping very much. Like, it didn't dump very much. It just kind of capped it off. Oh, that's cool. Wait, what am I in? I'm in this, yeah. Go do this again. Here, F. Do it again. Oh, cool. He's going to now plow again. Oh, that's handy. All right. I'll let him work. For whatever reason, I like making the roads a little bit wider. I don't know why. I just do. Especially when I'm driving on them. Driving on that exactly 6 meter wide road. I always mess up, so I like doing it the other way. Alright. Let's start moving stuff around. What we're going to do... Oh. Okay. This guy... We're going to move over in front of this workshop. Goodbye. And I think that other crane that I like to use, I'm pretty sure the other crane moves physically faster than this one does. And then we're going to take this and put it right here. To stop this pile from rolling away. Right? We'll end up recycling all of these pipes. We don't want them to roll away. I don't know if that's going to be far enough out of the zone. We'll see. I think that's far enough. We can always push it. That's what I did in the first one when I did the demo. Hey, Just Joe. Welcome in. in the demo, all I did was use the crane that they gave me to just push stuff around. I didn't actually move anything with the crane. I just manhandled it. It was pretty funny. Okay. I'll put this over here with the other car. Really? It's annoying me. There. I don't think those are going to matter, but my OCD won't let that stand. still doesn't give me the one that's closest to the head of the thing, which is just annoying. It cycles through them like how it is in memory and not like closest. That bothers me to no end. Like the programming logic behind how it selects targets just isn't right. I know it's not right. It drives me nuts. Like, who wrote this logic? There's a ton of stuff to recycle here. It's going to keep me busy for a while. All right, where am I going to store all these yellow pipes? Let's put these over here. The only problem with this crane is it moves a little slow. Gonna move the crane again. Yeah, and the other thing with the other crane, the one that I'm not using, is has a much longer reach. This one has kind of a short reach. The other one, the reach is a good like one more section of reach. Okay. Now, can I move this bin here? Is that bin just stuck there? That bin's stuck there. you know, one of the things that I didn't think I was going to like in this game that I really do like is the crane work. I didn't think I was going to like it at the beginning, but in the end, I've actually turned out to like it. The crane work was really annoying in the demo because I didn't know about this crane mode. The whole like moving your crane only with mouse just doesn't work for me. Right? It just doesn't. Okay. Let's do let's move this a little bit. This is one of those things you can sell. All of these things over here are stuff I can sell. Just kind of grouping things together for later when I'm recycling. So we can't sell stuff yet. We haven't unlocked it. Go on. Pick the thing I want. There we go. And then this is also a recycling, a selling thing. Or is it recycling? I forget. I think this is metal recycling. But I'm going to put it right here. Oh, that thing's permanent. That's annoying. Okay, that's annoying. Okay. I don't need you to stop prompting me. Good enough. Really wish you could recycle those containers. That would have been cool. So the way I use the controls, I don't even, you can probably see it on the right if you've played this game. I use the legacy controls, the legacy crane controls, mainly because it puts all of the controls for how stuff moves over to the keyboard. In my mind, that's, I like those controls like that because it's way more precise. Like with the regular controls. You can't cycle backwards. See, like I skipped past that one. I keep on to grab this tank. There it is. And it makes you cycle through. It's a bunch of things like that that I just don't agree with how the game did it. Like I should be able to hold down shift or something and go backwards through the cycling controls. The fact that I can't is really annoying. I'm going to use those for something else. Hey, Tobo. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. We are finally on Sandswept. 1.5 maps to go. So, or 2 maps to go before we're done with this game. Or done with what's been released so far. And I'm really hoping that by the time I finish with the last map, which I don't even know what it's called. That by the time I'm done with the last map, that it's going to be, the DLC will be out. That would be good timing for me. And I think I'm getting frame rate dropping right now. So I'm going to have to restart the game soon. Oh, you haven't touched it? What have you been doing? I haven't touched Farm Sim in like 2 weeks. I actually played my Can You Survive 25 challenge a little bit last night. Like I went in and did like, I don't know, plowing or something. And I was like, this is dumb. I'm like, I don't really want to be playing this right now. Felt bad to all the, you know, Farm Sim fans are out there. I'm just not really enjoying any of the base game maps anymore. I'm liking my Judith Plains map, but base game maps not so much. So the Can You Survive is whether I can actually put up with it. It's really the survival we're talking about there. All right. The lag is killing me. All right, let's get back. Let's exit out. Restart the game. Nice. Destiny was you know, I was really excited for Destiny. But when I found out that Destiny was going to be like it wasn't couch co-op, it was only multiplayer co-op, I just didn't even bother buying the game. You know, I liked all of the Halo stuff and the all the other stuff that those studios have made before, but when it was only online co-op and it was not couch co-op, I just didn't even bother. And then when I found out that it was going to be all like online session grinding and not like a storyline, because I mean the game looked beautiful, but without a storyline, I'm not playing. I don't have any patience at all for PvP multiplayer. None. You've never heard couch co-op? Well, so think about it this way. Think of like the original Halo, right? The first Halo, and all the way up to Halo 4. You could play multiplayer split screen. So split screen is the other term that's used for that. But essentially, any game that can be played co-op with other people sitting on a couch next to each other, essentially. That's where the term couch co-op comes from. And because split screen isn't necessarily always co-op. It might be split screen but competitive. Or it might be split screen. Yeah, it might be like... What is going on here? What just happened? Why can't I get my camera to actually see what's happening? Whatever. It's so stupid. But like I played... There it is. I played all of the original Halo games, like all of them, all the way up to Halo 5. And my wife and I played those couch co-op, where we would play split screen, and we had a blast playing it. We played through those missions, and we played the other multiplayer, like not competitive, but like the challenge based other stuff they have. We played through all of it and we loved it. And I was really hoping for Destiny that it was going to be like that, but I'm just not a fan of competitive anything. For me, video games is a chill time, not a stressful time. I mean, that's just me. Some people like it, so, you know, I get that. All right, let's make this road bigger. Now that I've got a perfect amount of sand for it. Hey, Jimmy Sim, welcome in. How's it going? We're on Sandswept finally. Redoing the first mission that was, or the mission that was in the demo. And then we'll get on to the rest of the missions. And that dump truck is totally in my way. Yeah, it's amazing what people have time for. I don't know what that's like. See, now we have a double wide road, which looks fantastic. Go down the center once, smooth it off. And then we'll get our paver over here to do the paving dance. You're in the way. You're definitely in the way. Can I just tell you? I think this guy has to be in the zone first. I think that there's one thing that I think is missing from a lot of video games now, and this type of game may be an exception, but I think a lot of the shooter, first person shooter type games, I think one thing a lot of them used to do, and a lot of studios used to do this, but most studios don't anymore, is the story. That super in-depth story with branches and cutscenes and all that kind of stuff. A lot of games do it, but they do it like they do it like at such a minimal level, where these games used to be 100% about the story, and the shooting was secondary. And now almost all the new games that are coming out are all 100% about the shooting, and the story is secondary if it's there at all. Right? But for me, I like the story. That's the part that I like. That's just what I kind of grew up liking, so that's still what I like to this day. It is what it is. Yeah, that dump truck was a pre-order bonus, and you can now unlock it for $4. But because it's a tracked dump truck, it's probably one of the best and most reliable dump trucks in the game. So I would say if you like Roadcraft, it's worth the $4. I don't use any other dump truck. And the only time I'll use like the other ones, like the Baikal or whatever, is using it as a source for that dump truck. So when I'm dumping, I always use that dump truck. I never use anything else. And it's because of the tracks. The tracks make it stay stable. They keep it from falling over. All of that. That building says Cast Iron Factory. Interesting. I think these buildings would all look awesome in Farm Sim. Can I push this? Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't sure about the game either, and then I played the demo, and I think the demo sealed it for me. Just because I found that I really enjoyed the mechanics. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for this game, you have to enjoy the mechanics. You have to enjoy what you're doing. And for me, I actually did enjoy the mechanics, so that's what sealed me on the pre-order. But the demo was kind of lame. It was only for like one weekend or something silly. Yeah, supposedly they fixed it, but mine's fixed. I got a mod, not a mod, but it's like not a mod from the official mod place, but I got a thing off of GitHub where you run a script or something like that that some guy made to fix that dump truck so it doesn't dump all over the place. And mine works fine. Even after the updates. Clear the area. Nice. So I'm done clearing the area. I did it. Now I'm gonna leave this guy alone. I'm not gonna touch that. I don't need that anymore. We're gonna have to create a route soon. Oh, here's a one tip if you guys haven't noticed this. Here's a tip. So when you're using this guy for flattening sand, right? If you do like this and you flatten sand over a piece of road that already has stuff on it, it doesn't, not all the time, but most of the time, it does a better job at flattening the road next to it. And pushing the sand off the edge. It doesn't always work, and it's obviously not completely working right now, but sometimes when you just want to push sand off the edge to create get rid of that bump on the outside, that sometimes works. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to do this a couple times here. This is one of the annoying things about the game. This I don't think this is not correct and needs to be fixed. Number one, I can just glitch through rocks with this pavement spreader, as long as they're like deco rocks and not movable rocks. I get caught on movable rocks, but decorative rocks I don't get caught on. It just glitches through them. Like, see, I'm just going straight through the rocks. But this is one of my annoying things. One of the most annoying things about this like route planning process. Right? So if I take the time to put down pavement outside of the path, right? And you think of the path being the dotted lines, right? If I take the time to do this and go on the outside edges and do a better job than the game did, making a wider or better road, it glitches when it completes the road. So if I come in here and then I roll, and as soon as it's done rolling, it will glitch and remove asphalt or tar or whatever that I've already put down. And I'll show you what I mean. His brake on so he doesn't get out of the here. This guy. Now I know there's spots that I missed, but it doesn't matter because it'll fix them automatically. When I do this and I do that, he's gonna start rolling, and then I'm gonna have to do it again. What was that alternate request? I had a secondary thing, a side thing. Deliver supplies. Deliver, that's the archaeological quarry. Okay. I have to deliver this somewhere over there. Okay. Oh, it didn't finish. Look at that. That's the first time that's happened. It was blue, but it's not liking the missing tar in the middle. That one section. There's a roller. Do it again. While the roller's doing that again, I will drive this where it needs to go. Open up a little bit more of the map. Where's this going? Down there. How the hell am I supposed to get there? It's like a jump. Right there. Perfect. Oh, my camera go. I turned my camera off because Kelly was talking. I could just do a full send and hope that it makes it. What I will do is this. Is try to drive down this cliff. Because that looks fun. I didn't need that tree. God, the sandstorms just do not like my video settings. I'm going down to like, nope, nope. Damn it. Can I recover this thing? I guess I can. Start over. Whoop. There we go. And look, the road's done. So now you can see what happens when they finish the road. So that once the route request is finished, it leaves the road like this, which is just horrible. And But yeah, it leaves the road all messed up. And so now I have to redo it, which just sucks. Bleh. Bleh. Anyways, I'll be right back. Be right back. See, that looks like crap. Why does that look like crap? Come on, camera. Oh, you're pointing at the wrong thing. There we go. So to fix it, I have to come out here and redo what I already did. And it shouldn't make me do that. But somebody coded in that after a road construction request, it leaves the sides looking like ass. And now I have to redo it all. Like, the request is done, but, you know. I love how the keyboard just forgets that I'm driving forward, like, every couple seconds. That's super awesome. Come on. Seriously? It's so random when it's like working and not working. There's no consistency to it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think I gave up about 2 maps ago trying to get the roads to be perfectly flat and smooth. With these little bumps on the side. Like I used to work really hard to get rid of them. And you can just do this and drive over them like 50 times and eventually they'll get smooth, but now it's like it seems to make depressions in the middle also when you do that, which doesn't make sense. And so I'm just, for the most part, I just leave it. All right, what's my main objectives I'm supposed to be doing here? Reach the repair shop in the northwest, restore the path. So we have to create a route. Infrastructure, plot route, start plotting. We did this already in the demo. We'll do it again here. And there's a trick to it. Like for some of these, like you have to get them to go around the sand, like the sand that has been swept into piles. The kind of, so there's a name for that. I can't think of it right now. You have to get them to drive around them, those piles, or they'll try to drive through them and then totally get stuck. And this way, at least while we're doing this route planning, or at least while we're delivering that, I think I'm gonna have to fix that section, but we'll see. Delivering that vehicle, we can be getting the other thing going at the same time. So you gotta cut the corner on those. Dispatch. And I need to go over here with this thing. These sections are where it can be problematic because those are treated as mud. Was it hitting that tree? I was. All right, let's get this thing to the archaeological dig site or whatever. Let's get that objective on our screen so we can see it. Track. And hopefully I won't flip it this time. Though this recovery vehicle is very top heavy. Am I going the right way? Yes. How's everyone doing today? I love how I'm just like beast moding it this through here. I wonder how many other players would pave this. See, now with this vehicle, see, it's just certain vehicles too. Like this vehicle, I'm holding down the what, W key, and it's continuously going. It's not stopping. But certain vehicles, like the roller is one of them, it just constantly stops. Like it stops detecting forward motion input. And it just becomes frustrating. I don't understand why that's still broken. That would be like having a shooter where it forgets that you are pressing the fire button while you're firing. Or in this case, it's a driving game that forgets that you're pushing down the accelerator pedal. Like, that doesn't make sense. Your logic should be better. And it looks like our infrastructure request for the thing we were doing before is now completed. Now, I'm sure I have to bring a couple things there. Yep. It's taking forever. There we go. Finally out of the wet mud section. No, do not tip over. That would suck if we got all the way here and it just tipped over in the same spot. Okay, I'm going to be careful this time. Oh, look, I crossed the little pretend bridge. Which is actually the bridge section from the bridge above. Which we probably should rebuild. With this thing, you have to be careful, like, with everything. Like, anything you bump into, any rock that you bump into, because it's so top heavy, it just falls over. I don't understand why it's so top heavy. I mean, I do, because of all the stuff on the roof rack. This vehicle would be way more fun if it wasn't so top heavy. Or if you had winches that you could use while you weren't driving it. Alright, no objectives. Reach the repair shop in the northwest. Okay. Alright. And then this is done, but this is still operational. So it's going to send vehicles every once in a while and deliver those vehicles. Sweet. So this guy, I'm going to actually look at the map. No, I think there's more to the south. Let's get another vehicle. Let's get another... let's get another one of these vehicles. This one's actually my favorite. I feel like this one's the most balanced. Yeah, we're gonna go to the right. So we've never seen this part of the map. This is all new. After the DLC kind of thing, or not the DLC, the demo. This vehicle has a habit of forgetting that I'm turning. And I wonder if it's on this map or the next map that I unlock the tank scout. I really don't know. All right, where am I? Where am I supposed to go? I'm supposed to go over here. Whoa. Don't flip. Thank you for not flipping. Okay. We're supposed to get to over there. I'm assuming it's this route. I think one of the things that we really need is we really need a front loader in this game, especially for this map. Like, we really need a front loader. So for picking up rocks and also for like these Sandswept things, like I should be able to scrape along the pavement and just scoop away the sand that's there. You know what I mean? I shouldn't have to like use my manual plowing mode to get through that stuff. That's just dumb. Why are we... Oh, that's why. I'm like, why are we not acting like a four-wheel drive vehicle here? I forgot to put my diff locks on. Oh, there's the game dying again. This way, I think. Is this where I'm supposed to go?
Okay, you're doing all right so far. So I have a new task for you, and another breaking news. Water is wet. There's a scout vehicle loaded with supplies at the repair shop, and it's eagerly awaited at the steel mill. We'd have our hands tied without the mill functioning. So kindly find a way to get that truck over the river, if you please. I think you'll have zero problems, considering your past performance. This other job, though, gosh, I think it's just too easy for you. I mean, there's no imminent threat or dangerous adventure to be had. Just a little town that needs help restoring its supply routes. But if I know you, you won't refuse a community in need. So thank you in advance.
Oh, here it is. This is the scout vehicle I was talking about. Nice. But the game is lagging, so I'm going to restart it. So stupid. Whatever they did in patch 2 or whatever, they just destroyed the game. And now I have to restart every 20-30 minutes. It's just so frustrating. But those are the two biggest bugs, and you've seen them both. Number one, I think the biggest bug is the keyboard, detecting keyboard input and actually doing that keyboard input. It works with all of the keyboard input, everything. It loses connection to the input source. I've never had that problem with any other game. Just this game, it has something to do with their logic and detecting keyboard input. And it's immensely frustrating. And then the other one is the fact that the game is dying every 30 minutes. Like, unplayable. All right, we need to get this thing where? Over there? I think there's a river here. Let's go find out. Oh, I should be tracking this. Track. Yep. We're going to have to go across the river. Assuming this is the way across. Come on. Come on. Yeah. At least there's an icon. I mean, again, it's minor. Like overall, the game's playable. There's just some things that are just a little bit annoying, like the water physics, and when you're driving through the water and the bow wave and all kinds of stuff. Those are, for the most part, really awesome. But you know. And I don't know what it would be like on a steering wheel. I imagine this. I still think this game would be super fun with the steering wheel. It sucks that it's just literally sitting there in the corner gathering dust right now. There's no support for the steering wheel yet. This is where we're supposed to go. Yeah. All right. Oh, sand quarry. That looked like a sand quarry to my right. Yeah. Activate for 10. Sure. I always like having sand quarries as much as possible. What is it?
Staying there long at all, but something you build will remain, even if it's just the roads. That's a nice thing to leave behind, knowing it was yours.
Okay. Waxing poetic, I guess. Oh, a road request. Okay, we're gonna build a road there. There's another road request over here. It's 2. Okay. Where am I supposed to be going with this thing? Oh, I'm totally in the wrong place. This thing actually goes pretty fast, considering it's a tank. Is that how I'm supposed to get there? I bet you that's how I'm supposed to get there. This path right here. I hope the non-rusty version of this thing is a little bit less of annoyance. Oh, we can collect minecarts in this map. That's cool. left right on this tank is a little touchy. Just a little. Obviously, this is easier to do with a crane, but do I care? Nope. Stupid F-150s always getting stuck. Question is, how good is this thing at pushing? That's actually pretty good at pushing. Not great, though. I don't even have to hold the reverse button on this one. I can just pull with the winch. It's actually strong enough to just stay in one position, which is cool. There aren't many vehicles that can do that. Alright. We're going up there. Looks like this is the driveway. This driveway is going to need to be paved completely. Look at this. It's just like a mud pit getting up to it.
Hey, is it just me? Or is there a way through that crumbled wall? I don't think anybody would mind if we used it as a little shortcut, would they? Then again, even if the ingrates would, we'll be long gone by the time they notice.
What's with all the floating stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like, those are all just completely floating blocks. This seems like this map has a lot of them. Well, that was fun with our new scout vehicle. I just did. Supply the steel mill with acquired machinery. Find a path to deliver the vehicle. Then clear a route for the convoy with new transformers and they'll start. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So this one's going to take a lot. Because this route, we'd have to get from here. Let's plot it. Steel beams facility. Let's plot the route just to see where it has to go. Okay. We're gonna plot the route and then do what we and then have to basically have to pave or fix the whole route. All right. Go here. This all needs to be fixed. Right? Yep. This is going to all need to be fixed. Almost this whole way up here is going to have to be plowed. It's going to have to be paved and plowed and all of that other stuff. And then I don't know if trucks can make it up this hill. Like this hill, even if it's paved, I don't know if they can. We might have to go around this way and up. But then there's no way to get from either side of the plant to the other, one side of the plant to the other. So unless I can somehow get rid of the sand, I don't think there's any way to do that. So we're going to go this way with our route. We're going to have to pave all of this. Paving on a hill is never fun because getting it smooth is just mind-numbingly annoying. All right, well, I have my work cut out for me. It looks like I've got to build a bridge and then we're going to have to pave along here. But to build the bridge, just to be able to build the bridge, we're going to have to come over here to our concrete plant and we're going to have to recycle some concrete. There's a whole bunch of concrete in this area that can be recycled. So I'll probably work on that off stream. And then next time we come back, we'll come back and we will keep working on that route, build a bridge here, and open up the steel beams facility. Yeah, that'll be mind-numbingly annoying. Yeah, but that's gonna be it for me today. It's the end of my session for the day. I want to say thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for watching. Thanks for coming along. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all kind of fun stuff. And a special thank you to everyone who stuck around for the 7 viewers that are currently watching. Thank you so much. Hope everyone has a great weekend, great Saturday. I will try to be back tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure if I will, but I'll try to be back tomorrow with some more Forever Skies, and we'll continue on with our little journey flying through the skies in our super awesome airship. But for me, that's going to be it for me today. Catch everyone next time. Bye-bye. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.